Well, hello, Russ.
I know, I'm late.
Well, I see you needed time to change.
What's the matter with this?
We're not dining at the Huddle, you know.
All right, back off, huh? I mean, come on. Why the invitation?
I wanted to thank you for accepting my Christmas present. I was beginning to think you were hopeless.
Well, I did it for Becky.
You can pick whatever reason you want. You did the right thing. Now, I'm hoping you'll make it 2 in a row. I still want to pay your way through medical school, son. Well, no angry outburst. Maybe I'm off to a good start.
Yeah, well, it's not as if I haven't been thinking about it.
Well, you can't throw your high moral standards at me this time. That worked when I first came down here, but not now.
What's that supposed to mean?
The way you treat Becky.
I married her, didn't I?
It's going to take a lot more than that to turn you into a husband. Do you go to the doctor's office with her?
I got classes.
Well, are you patient with her when she's sick in the morning? Are you happy for her when things work out for her, like they are with the band?
All this advice comes paper-clipped to my tuition gift, right?
It's not advice, Russ. All I'm saying is that you're being as poor a husband and father to Becky as I was to you and your mother. The question I'm asking is, which of us is strong enough to break the mold? Russ, take the money. Concentrate on your schooling. Becky can look after the baby. Everything will fit for once.
Maybe. If Becky could get away from Summerwind, I know she'd like that. It's, over $30,000, you know.
Yes. It's not a drop in the bucket, but I do have the money.
And what's your wife gonna say when it's gone?
Russ, I'm the lender. I worry about that, not you. All I want from you is a simple yes or no.
Yes.
I don't know what Slaymaker wants, but when he calls us, we sure do come.
Well, what's keeping him? We've been waiting for 20 minutes.
Any one of 100 things a county commissioner has to do.
Oh, nonsense. He can't be that busy. I saw in the paper the other day where he dedicated a new preschool. Is that big time?
The man's got political aspirations. He was there to be seen. The fact that you saw about it in the newspaper is proof enough of that. Hey, Charles, this guy's class.
No.
Which brings me back to your question. What does he want with us?
Hold the press releases until Monday. Gentlemen,
Hey, you're looking great, George. I haven't seen you since... when was it?
since you almost had your license revoked by the mayor's office over that conflict of interest debacle,
Remember, like a steel trap.
I was just asking Webster how long we'd be here.
Charles, did you expect me to wine and dine you for hours before I got to the point?
You know, speaking politely, it's been my experience anytime I was with a politician that that's exactly the way they worked.
Say hello to the new breed. I fired Samantha Marshall. She was impeding the progress of your Hollister Square. And that's one you owe me. I'll collect sometime around the next election.
Fired Sam Marshall?
Well, don't belabor the point, Webster. I don't want to bore Charles with this.
Oh, come on now, George. I didn't mean to push it that hard.
Tell me about Hollister Square.
Oh, the shopping mall.
How about the architectural plans?
Well, we're currently reviewing the blueprints that we submitted earlier.
Investors?
Certainly.
How many?
Interested? I'd say probably...
Confirmed, Charles. With ready cash.
4 and increasing.
But now that this Sam Marshall's out of the way, our whole scenario changes. She was throwing paperwork at us, right? A mountain of red tape. Right. You know all about that.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Nothing. It's just that every day you forge your way to the bureaucratic jungle. How can any real plans be made when you're mired down in details?
Well, I'm not impressed. now that the Office of Planning and Development's off your back, I'm going to expect more encouraging reports.
I don't like to be presumptuous here, but why is it, George, that I get the feeling that we're reporting to you?
Charles, everyone in this building got here on slogans of urban renewal. Hollister Square embodies that kind of promise.
Well, of course, if we'd gotten started sooner, we might have brought you a preschool.
That's seeding the future, Charles. Preschools mean the initial transfer of our glorious heritage.
Really, George, we're not the press.
I know what you're saying, George. This is the kind of sloganeering that you're going to apply to Hollister Square.
I think we're going to become very close friends. You know, we have a rare opportunity to share our power and our resources and our responsibilities to the greater good. The only thing we need to remember, gentlemen, is to ask before we take.
Gene Redland? Yeah, the survivor. Henry Haskell. I work with civil service.
Yeah.
Sam Marshall isn't the kind of worker you like to lose.
Yeah, tell me about it.
This is for personnel. We fill it out and have it completed by the end of the week. And this is your contract concerning your pay increase in increments of...
Oh, wait. What is this all about?
Sam didn't talk to you?
About what?
You're the new office supervisor.
Supervisor.
Honestly, I thought Sam would have talked to you. I talked with her about this at her home yesterday.
Last time I saw Sam was yesterday morning.
I see. Well, you're her replacement.
I wasn't even asked.
Well, you're being asked now. Look, the job includes a raise in pay and opportunities for advancement. I really don't imagine how you could turn this down. And from what I gather, Sam recommended you as a man who could handle his professional as well as his personal life quite admirably.
So is this job for keeps, or am I just the intern?
Interim. But if you do a good job, you can save the civil service the trouble of finding someone new. Well, what do you say?
Yeah, sure, for now.
Fine. Just fill out these forms and send it to my office.
Okay.
Well, it's been real nice meeting you, Gene. And let's hope that you get along better with the Board of Commissioners.
Okay.
By the way, you'll be needing to fill your own vacated position. Find yourself an assistant, someone you can work with.
Right.
You're taking Vince's money?
Well, he offered again, so... Yeah, this time...
But Russ,
I'm gonna
you and
take
I
it.
have been standing against this ever since the beginning.
Hey,
Why-
things change, man. You know, I thought you'd be happy about this.
I've got to go to class.
You've got time. Hey, wait a minute. What's the matter?
I haven't heard you say one sentence about Vince that hasn't had the words gangster, creep, or mobster. I mean, all of a sudden things change.
Come on. You like him. Why can't I start liking him?
You like his bank account.
It's more than that, Becky. Man, this means that I can get through med school. I don't have to worry about finding another job or bumming off you. And you know what that means?
I gotta go.
It means you can stop all this band nonsense and start concentrating more on school and me.
Does your mother know about this?
I'm sure Vince is going to tell her. Yeah, why? It's no big deal. Come on, so what?
Why now?
Hey, this is it for free.
Russ, why now? I mean, you've been treating his money like it's contaminated. Why are you gonna take it now?
I thought it over, all right? I made a rational, level-headed decision. Hey, life hasn't dealt me too many breaks. I'm not crying over anybody's shoulder about it, but the fact is that, hey, I've been kicked around ever since I can remember. Now, I'm not looking for sympathy. I am just stating fact. So if life wants to do me a couple of favors, Vince wants to scrub his conscience clean by giving me a free ride, I'll take it. Hey, come on, Beck. I can't believe that you don't agree with me on this. Man, being proud is this side of being stupid, and I was being stupid.
This doesn't have anything to do with Summer Wind, does it?
Which, sure, yeah, I want to see you out of the slop shoes.
No, I'm talking about the band and Phil. Okay. Russ, I mean, I'm very glad that all of a sudden you're thinking so level-headedly, but I want to know why it took seeing me with the band, having a good time, making new friends for you to all of a sudden see the light.
You know, every time, every stinking time that I try to do something good, man, you find some cheap motive to pin on me. What do you call that?
Oh, I call it being honest.
Oh, great. Yeah, thanks.
With you and me. Look, if you're jealous, I'd understand. It's just I'd like an honest answer for once.
You know, Beck, I just don't know what it takes to make you happy anymore.
Oh, Russ.
I mean, the fact that the biggest problem we ever faced is completely solved. That doesn't do much for you, so I'll tell you what, why don't you just tell me what it is that you really want, and I'll work from there.
Look, we'll talk, okay? I've been doing some level-headed thinking, too. I'm gonna be late for class.
Yep, I was shocked. You should have called me at least.
Well, Jane, who else were they going to get for the supervisory position?
How should I know? Slaymaker must realize that I'm going to fight for the same revocation that you wanted.
Oh, well, that kind of loyalty is rare in civil service. Besides, Slaymaker heard that Sam Marshall was in the way, so Slaymaker did away with Sam Marshall.
Well, that's great, because as soon as my name reaches him, then I'll get the axe too. Listen, I didn't come here to talk about my problems. I'm sorry about what happened, and I want to help in any way that I can.
I'll be all right.
Come on. Look, I mean, I know that this job was close to you and that you're all broken up about it, Sam.
Well, something else is going to come up.
Hey, are you playing games with me, lady?
Jane, I am not hiding one single tear. But look at how I left. I made a stand for something, and I got canned. Besides, I think it was a great way to leave.
Well, you got a case against Slaymaker, you know that. You can go to the press with it.
Oh, no.
You line up a couple of stories like yours with where he's done the same thing to some other government workers, and that could be the end of his career.
Jane, I have got to move on. Don't you understand?
Oh, gosh. Well, you know, I wish you would be a little bit more bothered about this. I mean, I come here with two shoulders ready to be cried on, and you're on top of the world. I mean, I'm the one that should be happy. I got the promotion, I got the raise.
And you wouldn't have got it if I'd been around.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not really happy. You want to know why?
I think I can guess. Maybe we should not talk about it.
It being us.
Well, Jean, I liked having you around the office. I enjoyed coming to work in the morning and finding you there. It made work a little easier.
I feel the same way. I mean, I really wanted to tell you what was on my heart, but that was always a cue for your dear brother Leon to enter.
Well, maybe some things are better left unsaid.
You're right. If our plans haven't worked out, I mean, then there's no sense in crying about what could have happened, huh?
I'm home from the wars, Charles.
You're not welcome here, Vince.
Not the least bit curious about how I found you or what I want.
I'm going to call the security guard.
Hey, quit cowering. I'm not going to hurt you.
Oh, I'm not cowering, Vince, as you suggest. I'm just too busy to see you now. Would you mind leaving?
Tell me about Hollister Square.
Well, it's respectable and legitimate, so I guess we lose your interest right there.
Respectable, huh? With you at the helm?
I mean it, Vince. I don't want anything to do with you. Now leave.
You see, I was in town taking care of some personal business. I thought I'd stop in and set your mind at ease about some of the corners that you've gotten yourself out of. And maybe find out which corners you've gotten yourself into.
And just why should my mind be put at ease?
The grand jury.
Oh, come on. Nick took all the blame for that.
Well, I'm glad to see you read the newspapers. I'll bet Miriam was all choked up.
Oh, yes, yes. She was in mourning for 4 days.
Uh-huh.
Now, what else is it that I should know?
Well, you tell me you're legitimate and respectable now, so am I.
From the mob to comedy, I certainly wish you well in your new career.
Well, I didn't say I'd join the Better Business Bureau, but my friends from Chicago are gone.
Oh, no, Vince. You keep those friends for life, whether you like it or not.
Come now, Charles. You insist on your right to turn over a new leaf. You can allow me mine.
I don't care if you join the seminary. I simply am too busy to see you. Now, will you go?
My question still stands.
It's
Tell me about Hollister Square.
It's a shopping mall. My lawyer and I right now are interviewing retail applicants. We're also looking for investors. It's as dully routine as that.
Uh-huh. Routine. Why is Slaymaker interested?
Did he send you here?
Well, let's say that I'm renewing some old contacts. A friend of mine works at City Hall. Your name came up in relation to the commissioner. Now, Charles, I'm as curious to a fault, and I knew you wouldn't be jumping too high when you saw me, but I did think you would allow me to get in on this little scheme of yours.
Correction, Vince, correction. The term is entrepreneurial planning, and no, I won't let you in.
You know me well enough to know that what I'm not told, I find out anyway.
Be sure and bolt the door as you leave.
Nice seeing you, Charles. Keep in touch. Hello, Carrie?
I'm so glad you're here. I was going out of my mind with boredom.
Well, maybe you ought to think about going back to Chicago now.
Just tell me about the good news you mentioned on the phone.
Russ has accepted my money.
You mean your Christmas gift?
No, Carrie. He's letting me pay his way through medical school. He's accepted my offer.
That's fantastic.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Now he doesn't need to be supported by anyone else.
Well, that's true, but if you're counting on him leaving Becky, I wouldn't count on that.
What reason does he have to stay now?
You just can't believe that they love each other, do you? But that issue should be tested now. Young couples can live through poverty and face all kinds of hardships together, but you give them some money and then their love is really tested.
They'll be apart in a matter of weeks.
Well, maybe, but that isn't why I made the offer, Carrie. Yeah, I want Russ to have the opportunities that his ambition and his dedication deserve. And now that we have settled Russ's problem, why don't we back off and give them some breathing space, huh?
I've been thinking about that, Vince. This hotel room is beginning to grow on me, and you don't seem interested in helping me pass the time.
I was hoping that you'd take that as a compliment.
Yes. Thank you for the loneliness.
Russ said I've been using you, didn't he?
He's just a boy. He has no idea of a woman's needs.
But you did consider it.
I've considered it all my life, Vince. But in the end, I trusted your love. I even think you tried to suffocate it, to ignore it. Maybe you told yourself you were using me. But your true feelings couldn't be suppressed.
Whatever. That is the reason I have been spending my nights here with you. I didn't want you to doubt me, thinking I could be satisfied that easily.
I would have preferred to doubt you and have you here. And now you want me to leave.
Carrie, I want what's best for you. But I do think your work here is over, don't you?
Yes, I've seen a side of Russ I've never seen before.
You've seen it. You just haven't acknowledged it.
Watched him plunge headlong into the same mistakes we made years ago.
Oh, Carrie, you got a lot more out of this trip than that. We're all much closer now. You'll see it in time.
And what about you? Why are you staying?
Well, I've still got some contacts to make here. Some loose ends to tie up.
You don't want to go back to face unanswerable questions your wife has waiting for you.
All in all, Chicago isn't all that appealing to me now. I think I better stay here for a while.
You'll leave me my privilege to dream. Someday you and I will be together.
I can't promise it, Carrie.
No, Vince, I don't ask for promises from anyone anymore. Just the chance to hope. Tell me it's possible.
If we can come together, if all the pieces fit together, yes, it's possible.
You know, I need opportunities too, just like Russ. I've shown dedication. I deserve a chance, don't I?
Oh, Carrie, you deserve so much more than I can ever give you.
Scott, you're still awake.
I was waiting up for you.
Oh, you didn't have to do that.
I did if I wanted to see you. Don't see you much anymore.
What are you reading?
Oh, Proverbs. Listen. A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth more than rubies. Her husband is full of confidence in her and lacks nothing in value.
Now tell me it fits.
It fits, but not as much as I'd like.
I was talking to Liz today about our situation, about your not wanting me to work at the hospital.
Honey, I'm not asking you to quit altogether.
You know, things get pretty hectic around the hospital on New Year's Day. A lot of emergencies, and I don't want to leave now.
Then stay.
Oh, that was easy enough.
You know, with New Year's Day coming up, I was thinking about the past 12 months.
Never a dull moment.
I can remember many years ago when we didn't think we'd live through Lori cutting her first tooth. Now look what we can put up with.
Amazing, isn't it?
You know, honey, it's those times when the Lord lifts me up above all the chaos and confusion that I realize that all things do work together for good for those who love the Lord and called according to his purpose.
Not that you ever doubt it.
No, perish the thought. Oh, let me rub your back.
Oh, thank you. Well, so much for the past. I wonder what's next.
I don't know, but it's going to be beautiful. Every day I get a little closer to him and to you.
Thank you for a wonderful year.
Charm is deceitful, beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised.
I love you too, Scott. But I can't help but wonder what's really going to be coming up for us next year.
Lord knows. Thank you, Lord, for everything. For a wonderful year. From helping me fix that blender to protecting my loved ones. Thank you.
Amen.